Well, hi everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our Founder Spotlight video series. I'm very excited to speak with the CEO and founder of one of the industry's top sports nutrition brands, Kris Gethin of Kaged Muscle. Kris is an international known businessman, an accomplished bodybuilder, athlete, fitness expert, and best-selling author. The Vitamin Shop is also incredibly fortunate to have Kris on our Wellness Council, as well as he's one of our favorite educators. Hi, Kris. It's so great to see you. Welcome.
Thank you ever so much for having me. I really appreciate it. And I love the backdrop that you have there, by the way.
We had to make sure we had all of our favorite Kaged Muscle products.
Thank you. It looks great.
Yeah. Well, our viewers always love to hear about how people got started in this business. Can you share a little bit of your story about how you got into health and wellness?
Yeah, for sure. I was raised, well, the accent is from Wales. I grew up in Wales originally. I live in Boise, Idaho now. But I was racing competitive motocross for many, many years, about 15 years, I think, in total. And I had a lot of injuries during that time, as you can imagine. And it was a back injury that led to resistance training because I tried osteopaths, massage therapy, chiropractic care, nothing worked until I started doing physio and strengthening the muscles around my spine, which alleviated me of the pain and then alleviated me of the depression that I was going through because of that pain. The more that I studied it, the more I wanted to research more. So I went to college for 3 years to study international health and sports therapy and nutrition and everything else around it. And with those qualifications, I used those qualifications to kind of leave Wales and travel around the world and do what I absolutely love. And I started bodybuilding at that time as well, because I'd left motocross and I felt like I needed something for that mental therapy, that mental stimulant. And I was very goal orientated as well. So having a goal to compete on a bodybuilding stage was something that I pursued then. And, I competed as a natural bodybuilder for 10 years, from 99 to 2009. And, but I decided after winning shows, it gave me no more pleasure, I'd say, than if I got second or third. So I realized, okay, this isn't just thinking about the goal. This is all about the journey and how to better yourself, how to turn that motivation into discipline. And that's when I decided to kind of branch out and use this as a career, not only as a personal trainer, but in many areas within the industry, and figure out which platforms I could put myself on to get the word out even further.
So talk a little bit about how you've expanded. So there's obviously what you just explained in terms of how you got into this business, but you've built such a breadth of products and experiences in this industry. Can you give our viewers a little taste of how you expanded your business over the years?
Yeah, for sure. So I was working within the industry for many, many years as an editor-in-chief. I was also working for various publications like Muscle and Fitness, Weeder publications, and obviously supplements being a big part of the industry. I was started doing videos. Like I was more so behind the scenes, but then when I started doing videos, I realized that I had even more of a responsibility. And I started looking at the supplements, like even though I've got tattoos and mohawk and whatever, my goal is always my health and but reducing my biological age. So I wanted to ensure that every supplement that I took could be healing my future and not potentially harming my future. And I wanted certain dosages of certain ingredients. So when I was purchasing the raw materials and mixing them, I realized, look, this isn't logical for viewers to, do. It's not convenient for themselves. And I'd known Brian Rand, our formulator, and Michael McLean from many years prior, and spoke to the guys and said, hey, what do you think about putting together a brand that has fermented ingredients, that's naturally flavored, naturally colored, that's sweetened with stevia, that we test for heavy metal contaminants. I know it's not the cheapest route to do it, to go to market, and our margins would probably be very, sharp. However, it's our purpose. If that feeds our purpose and we feel that we're able to leave a legacy with that purpose, then why not do it? So we've got to put our heads together and I started traveling the world and locating some of these ingredients, whether it be in India. I'd spent 4 years in India prior, and I knew there was some great ingredients over there that we sourced, and then Kaged Muscle came to fruition just over 5 years ago now. But now we definitely have realized that there's definitely a call for more green products, more like vegan products. You can definitely see it on the shelves in the supermarkets as well. So now we're facilitating that as well. And so we've come out obviously with our naturals line as of recent, such as
Can you talk a little bit about that? We talk a little bit about this because plant-based products have become so important to consumers today, and this is a really terrific product. Would you tell our viewers a little bit about this one?
Yeah, of course. So I actually go vegan once a year, every year for 2 months. I do that. I chop and go in between lots of different diets, but I feel like I just want to give my body a break, my digestive system a break. Yeah. So Outlive 100 is one of the ingredients or formulations, I'd say, that I was taking in single form ingredients. And I've been posting this on my Instagram stories for several years now. So it'd be like lemon juice and turmeric and ginger and apple cider vinegar. And it just didn't taste good at all. And
it doesn't.
With the greens powders in there as well, and I would do juicing and stuff like that for a while, but it was a little bit inconvenient. So then we decided, okay, instead of trying to chug this formula down by holding the nose, let's see if Brian, our formulator, can come up with a great formulation that shows complete transparency of each ingredient in there with things like apple cider vinegar, prebiotic fiber, and that's where Outlive came about. So we do whatever we can to provide an organic produce for the consumer that's convenient.
I'm sure our viewers absolutely want to know, what's your favorite Kaged product?
I think people will be surprised by this, but it's the casing. I mix it in a bowl, nice and thick, and I'll add some almond milk to it, and maybe some walnuts, maybe some blueberries, mix that up, and that is the perfect cheat. If I ever feel like I'm going to go anywhere and grab something that I shouldn't eat, once I've had that, I feel good. So that is my favorite product, especially if I'm in a calorie deficit or in a transformation.
So as you know, the Vitamin Shop is all about supporting our customers become their best self. And also we want to be a part of someone's lifelong wellness journey. So can you share with our viewers some of the top tips that you have for people to pursue that outcome?
Yeah, my advice is usually a little bit more harsh and harder than others. So I always like to focus on discipline as opposed to motivation, because especially during the past year, people are falling in motivation because we've heard the quarantine 15, and we're seeing that hashtag increase more and more because people are putting on weight, and a lot of it is coming down to their mental health. They're just not feeling good about themselves. But I always tell people there are going to be days that you're going to be low on motivation. You're going to wake up, it's going to be dark outside, it's going to be cold, you will want to hit the snooze button, you definitely want to lace up and go outside or hit the gym, and then when that is the case, you'll probably fall off track with your nutrition as well and your scheduling. So I always like to focus on discipline, no matter what. I don't care if you've only had 3 hours sleep, you will wake up at the time that I tell you that you've got to wake up. You've got to make sure that you go to bed early. Like I go to bed at 8 o'clock. I may look like a party animal, but I am not. 8 o'clock at night, I go to bed because that creates discipline in other areas of my life. Like I said, it has a transcendence effect. Even though it's winter now in Boise and the snow is down, I will have a cold shower or an ice bath every single morning. It's great for mobilizing fatty acids and toning your vagus nerve, helps with mental stability. But again, it creates discipline of doing things that you don't want to do at the times that you don't want to do it, because that is going to come up so many times in your life where you're probably not going to want to eat that healthy meal in front of you. You won't want to go out and do that cardio, but because you've created discipline in your life, you just go out there and do it with automation. So that's where I really try to push people towards, is being disciplined, but with consistency.
Well, thank you, Kris, for sharing your story and for being such a great partner to us at the Vitamin Shop. You really are a true inspiration to our health enthusiasts and our customers. And I want to thank all of our viewers for watching this episode of Founder Spotlight. And we'll see you next time. And please stay well. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.